No place like California, California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and other monsters of California. There's no place like California, California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California, California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-D-M-V. All reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California, California,
California, there's no place like California.
Fresh off of...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA.
They'll set up a throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative.
And now out comes Houston. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got the completion to Strong. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Strong. 82 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And Charles Heidenhoff. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down?
He's got daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has... And now out comes Houston. Now it's Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day.
And now out comes Houston. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. A beautiful fake. Evades the tackler, and now some space.
Holding offense. Still first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll come out in the pistol. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Now it's Miller running right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Luke Wilson.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, touchdown, Houston. Luke Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the... And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. It's caught. Kamar Aiken. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now a handoff to Miller. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his third touchdown. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He rifles one that's intercepted. And some room to run now. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Muscles him off. What a move. And he's brought down after a good game. A big play there out of the running game. 35 yards.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? Is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, he's come alive and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like this play? You don't like that play? And that helps them formulate what they're going to do.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. Comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Flushed out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That goes for a gain of 31. So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe, because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error. Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays. And that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks. Someone's got to find a way to cover this guy. Otherwise, he may set some records.
2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, it's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the right here to Wilson. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. In the red zone this time. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And now out comes Houston. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On 3rd down, Miller. And there's a flag on the field. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Miller, the lone setback.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And he'll get it up the middle. They juked him. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask.
Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return goes up to his... And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. Fighting him off. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Preston Smith in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Offense. That penalty is declined.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And here comes the Texans now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And now out comes Houston. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want.